So we're all here because we're making a promise to each other that over the course of the next 9 days, we will spend every moment we have available to us to talk, to walk, to knock on doors, to email, to text, to tweet, to remind our neighbors and our family members and our friends and our coworkers that Virginia has the fate of our country in its hands. This is the first statewide race since November 8th. This is the first election that is going to show America that we are prepared to get back on track. Well, I'm here from California because what you all do is the first step on that path to getting us back in the direction of fighting for and living the ideals of who we are as a country. You know, guys, I know everybody here knows it. This is an inflection moment in the history of our country. This is a moment where our country is being required to look in a mirror and ask this question, who are we? Virginia is going to participate in the answer, which is, flawed though we may be, we are a great country. We are a great country. And part of what makes us great is we are a country that was founded on the ideals that were present when we wrote the Constitution of the United States, the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment, the Bill of Rights, right? We are a country that was founded on ideals that were present when we said we are all and should be treated as equals.
Yes. Right.
And this is a moment in time that is requiring us to fight for those ideals. In the face of folks who think that their leadership should be about division and hate, this is a moment for us to fight and say that does not reflect the ideals of who we are.
Yes.
This is a moment to say that we are going to stand up for all people. We will stand up for those DACA kids like you are doing here. Reflective of the ideals of this country to say that we will ban our trans brothers and sisters who want to give up their lives. This is a moment to say we need to reform the criminal justice system of this country and of reviving the war on drugs. This is that moment, and this is a moment where the states and the leadership of states like the great Commonwealth of Virginia are going to make a huge difference in what we do to get back on track. And that's why I'm here. That's why I know our Attorney General, our great Attorney General, Eric Holder, is here, because the future for this moment is in your hands. And so I'm here to plead with you and to thank you for all you will do to make sure that Ralph becomes the governor of this great state. It's really like the Attorney General of this great state. Make sure Justin is the Lieutenant Governor of this great state.
We're getting close to the end now. All right? I don't want to hear anybody saying they're tired. I don't want anybody to talk about job responsibilities. I don't want to hear you talking about I got a date or I got homework or something. I'll sign a homework pass. Whatever it is, I want everybody to be out there 9 days from now. I need everybody to vote. All right? Every once in a while, we have, as Kamala described, an inflection point. The eyes of this nation are upon you all.
Yes, it is.
They're going to see, the rest of the country wants to see, well, who are we as a nation? Are we the nation that somehow, inexplicably, put Donald Trump in the White House? Or are we the nation that only a few years ago rose above our history and put an African American in the White House? Those might sound like two different Americans, but it's really not. We're still the same country. We're still the same country we were back in 2008. But, we have we've had to put up with for 10 months an administration that is really kind of withdrawn from that which is best in this country. And it's time to send a message. It is time to send a message to say, guess what? You can't say that there were good people there with those neo-Nazis and white supremacists in Charlottesville. You can't say that. If you're there with neo-Nazis and white supremacists in Charlottesville, you kind of turned in your good person card, all right? You kind of turned it in that day. And so, that's not who we are. That's not who we are. We're the nation that elected Barack Obama. Yes. We're the nation that made an African American the Attorney General of the United States. We're a nation that embraced marriage equality. And this administration wants to turn that all around. And so that's on the federal level, and that matters. But boy, on a day-to-day basis, who runs the states in this country really matters. Yes. And they can have an influence on all those federal issues that are of concern to us. When we talk about the environment, we think, well, it's only the EPA and that, I'm not going to use an adjective here, just stop proof. I'll just say stop proof, all right? But it's more than just the EPA. It's what's going on here at the state level. And where the federal government fails to lead us, the states will have to lead us, all right? And, they had a senator come into the Senate of, I guess is Enoch still there? Yes. Oh, yeah. He's the guy who walked in with a snowball to show that there was no such thing as global warming. I'm serious, look this up. It's on YouTube. So if you've got people like that, and now in the executive branch, leading this country, or leading the federal government, you've got to rely on these folks for good environmental policy. I mean, we can do that if the 50 states get together, as they are, to say, we embrace the notion of, now get this, science. Science. We believe, stuff that scientists tell us. And we're going to base policy on that, as opposed to catering to these, these big moneyed interests. So it matters. It matters. And here's the other deal. If we turn out, we're going to win. We're going to win. And if you want to know the difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, we want a lot of people to show up. They want few people to show up. They want to make it hard for people to vote. Between voter suppression issues, gerrymandering, they want to make it difficult. They're attacking the foundation of our democracy.